Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene, with very lopsided dog ears. One quite long, the other not so long. Could probably pull some, make it longer. Do you think I care? Not in the least. Skylar is over at one of the craft tables painting, and I'm about as exhausted as it gets. Haven't been sleeping, just now having my coffee. Skylar makes my iced coffee every morning. She didn't today. She wanted to early, and I was like, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I was like, I can't drink coffee yet. Could stand to be stirred a little. Last night was already the first night that the house was not in order, my kind of in order, which is like still a mess to the rest of the world. I have some stuff on my kitchen counter where my stove was nice and clean. Still clean, it's just got some stuff there that just groceries didn't quite get put away. Skylar's desk wasn't cleaned up. So far this morning, her bed's not made, which is on her chore list if she wants to. If I make it, she doesn't get any money. But the truth of the matter is, if she doesn't make it, it's not getting made. It'll just be there until she's ready for bed. So, here's the plans for today. My mother's nurse comes from 12 to 1. And then our helper comes from 1 to 3:30 on Thursdays. This is going to be our second time here. It seems to have gone well. My biggest fear, as always, is that she's a little bit overly chatty, and it makes me uncomfortable so much. So my plan is probably that I'm always going to be leaving when she comes, at least before she leaves the house, because then she can just go out and we don't have to have any chit chat. It's like it pains me to have that small talk. I mean, I'm not mentally able to do it. I'm just not. And I'm sure as I'm talking, at least I feel like it shows. I feel like my face is saying, "You are boring me to tears." Skylar's making her bed. She must want the 50 cents. I will have her read her chore chart for you guys a little later if you would like. I know some of you have already shown some interest in that method. I just do whatever kind of method seems to work for her. She loves to, keep track of things and write things down, and for her to be able to look on her chart and see, okay, I get 25 cents for that, and then get a ticket, write it on the ticket, put it in the pot. She just loves all that kind of stuff. So it's going to work out good. And it's funny, when I was saying I'd like to pay her by check, I forget that, it's 2016, and there's going to be a time that kids aren't even going to know what a paper check is. In my day, that was really, really cool to know how to write a check or to cash a check. But I still want her to know, do they even teach kids how to write a check anymore? There's so many things in school that I think they don't teach children. It was nice to learn math, but how about teaching responsibility with money? I mean, it's just, we don't get real life skills, it seems like. I don't know. Can you tell I'm just out of it. And I will tell you, when she does a chore or makes her bed or does anything, she will never hear me say, "The blanket's crooked, you didn't do it good enough." Oh, and speaking of my mother, definitely the Growing Up Crazy channel is going to take a hit while Skylar is here, because the only time I really can do that is when she's already asleep, and so far she has not been asleep before midnight. And that's even without a nap. If she naps during the day, happens to fall asleep, she could be up, till all hours. One time I texted Derek like in the middle of the night just to so he'd have the text when he wakes up, and I get a reply, it just says "talk later," and I was like, that's Skylar, because she'll do that. She'll just say "talk later," like, don't bother me. So funny. And so the next day I texted Derek, I was like, was Skylar up late last night? He's like, yes, I got up at 1:30 and she was at the craft table playing with Play-Doh. I made her go to bed. Okay, so plans today. We'll be here while the nurse is here, and then let's call her Mo. When Mo comes, the assistant, we will be heading out, and we're going to, for sure, the library today. We're going to get some books that she loves. We get the same ones. there's a couple of books that it's like we get them every year because one is hilarious that she just got maybe like when she was 3 years old, and it's called Time to Pee, and she gets a kick out of that one because you see children on a toilet, you know, but it's all done in a good way.
I'm in my bed.
Thank you. Come here.
Hello.
My girly. Love you so much.
My butt hurts.
Your butt hurts. I like big butts and I can And then we get a book that we're thinking of reading to you guys because it's so funny. I've talked about this book before, so some of you might remember.
Fine Waldo.
No. It's called I Dare You Not to Yawn. And oh my God, it's going to make me yawn just thinking of it. Every page is about yawning. And we can't get through that book without... I mean, we're yawning so much that we're crying, and then we're laughing so hard that we're crying, so we always get that one. And then, yes, we get I Spy books. Well, you know when you laugh so hard that tears come out of your eyes? Like that time I almost fell off your bed. Oh, you're heavy. Help! Help me! So we're going to the library, and then we may go to our thrift store that we like today, or we may go to Dollar Tree, because we need a couple of things at Dollar Tree. What are you doing? And you have to wash your face and do your hair and all that stuff, and brush your teeth. So that's about it. We will be back with a video later. I don't know when. I know I keep getting asked about hair cutting, hair dyeing. I have to wait till I'm in a better routine. Tomorrow will actually be our first normal day. You know, up until now, we've either had Derek coming, going, so it gives me even more people to, you know, cook for, whatever, and then we didn't have our car because he would go out, and then now we're having people here from noon to 3:30, which completely disrupts my life. I mean, as much as my mother needs the help, and I want the help, and I appreciate the help, and I pray she keeps the help, it's very stressful for me. And even leaving and going out doesn't really solve that problem because I don't like change in my routine at all. I mean, I just don't. And we will be doing some cooking videos coming up. We still haven't done a craft video. We did some crafts. We've been doing crafts all the time, but I just didn't record because I don't have the time to edit and upload everything. The editing, you know, it takes a long time, so. All right, guys, I will talk to you in a little bit. How can I not talk about the epic shoe dance? See, my mind is just not with it. I just want to say that I think Skylar did such a good job with all the different little foot poses. I didn't tell her what to do. She just has watched my other videos, and it was just hilarious. And also, you'll notice there's a lot of chatter in that one. When I do them alone, obviously I'm quiet, so all you hear is the tapping of the shoes. And some have asked, am I putting sound effects in there? No, that's just the sound of how it sounds when it's sped up. But then with us there, we were talking and laughing, and so when I speed that up, we sound like little chipmunks. And yes, dear?
Mama says she wants Jello and a piece of cake.
Grandma May wants Jello and a piece of cake? Okay. My mother went like a week and a half with no pasta or bread. She's back to it. It was just funny. And then there's some parts that I slow down, and so it'll go like, you know, makes the voice slower and lower. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that we had fun doing that. We'll probably do another one before she goes, depending on the temperature of the store. It's so hot doing that. All right, that's it. Bye.
Bye-bye.